just as we figured with all of the announcements, Halloween Horror Nights yet again has announced another original house. This one I'm really stoked for. Some Easter eggs could be potentially in this one. So let's talk about the new house. This one is called the Museum Deadly Exhibit. And once again, like I mentioned in the last one, if you read the synopsis on Facebook and Twitter, it is different. Facebook gives you a little more detail. So if you want to see for yourself, always go to their Facebook page first, because the Twitter post doesn't have all the details in it. You're going to check out the Rotting Stone, the local folklore museum's infamous new exhibit. An evil spirit escapes from within, possessing the other displays and decaying everything in its path. Now, what's really cool about this is when they're talking about the folklore, it could be a lot of things. It could be local to maybe HHN icons, maybe something like the history of HHN, like the local folklore, or it could mean the other route with mythical creatures, which is what I'm leaning towards. Like, we have like banshees and bulls and minotaurs and all that good stuff that I think it's going to play out well in a house, especially if it's those creatures. Maybe one or two little Easter eggs thrown in there could be really, really cool. In the descriptive of saying decaying everything in its path, it gives me that idea that this house is going to be brightly lit, but then the deeper we go and more things get possessed, it's going to get darker. Maybe stuff's going to be turned around and look all decaying. And we had this kind of featured before in Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, where that house kind of got more decaying as you went through. So I'm thinking that is similar going to be a style that we're going to see. Maybe even circle back to the first room and it kind of being even darker as we leave the house type of thing. Could be that. Also to note, what's really, really cool about these pictures they're bringing up, it's just a generic wallpaper picture, but if you zoom in, especially on this one and the last one, the Major Suites one, you can see little details in there. Like in the Major Suites, there was a factory if you zoomed in. On this one, if you zoom in, you can see sort of the relic or the stone sort of hidden underneath the words. And me and Laj were talking, and Laj brought up this idea, and I also thought of, this is very similar looking to something we've seen before. Could it be that? Could it not be? I am super stoked for. If I had to place them in my hype list, my early hype list, maybe Major Suites being number 1, the museum being number 2, number 3 being Goblin, and maybe 4 being Slaughter Cinema. But this house announcement, are you excited? Do you like this sort of pre-rollout thing they're doing with the originals? What'd you think of this house? Leave an emoji down below. And I'm sure I'll see you guys on another video, obviously, very, very soon. Peace out.